Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, happy Thursday, everybody. Here we go now, getting oh so close to the weekend. Of course, we are going to be talking about that all-important weekend forecast coming up. Also talking about our next opportunity of rain definitely showing up in the forecast. But as we go through the day today, believe it or not, that same cold front that has really brought us the wide-ranging temperatures, even kind of the foggy conditions off and on over the last several days, believe it or not, it is actually moving back into the area as we go through this afternoon, and we're going to have a very similar story again late today, but more so into tomorrow, Friday, where we do have a wide temperature spread. What exactly does that mean? Again, we'll break down this really evolving forecast here over the next few minutes, but this would be our Thursday. And it is going to be warmer today, as promised, right? Before the front arrives, we are going to tap 80. Locally here in the Metroplex, there will be some increase in cloud cover later in the day, and especially as we get into the overnight, it appears the cloud cover will begin to thicken up. Now, radar this morning, it's completely quiet. It is not impossible, though, as we go through the afternoon, especially just northeast of Dallas-Fort Worth, to maybe have a sprinkle in that direction as the front begins to move back into the area. But again, widespread precipitation, widespread rain with this frontal boundary. Again, not anticipated whatsoever. But take a look here. You can see the boundary. It's currently up across Oklahoma. Of course, this is kind of waffled through the area. It's moved through and then it retreated back in Oklahoma. Again, like I mentioned today, it's going to come flooding back into North Texas. But notice the area of yellow up there. That's where all the fog went. If you remember not this morning, but yesterday morning, the excessively foggy conditions around the area. So it took the fog back to the north. But as we get into tonight, tomorrow morning, there could be some fog redeveloping even across North Texas. So it's really kind of the seesaw back and forth forecast, but really only one more day of it, because then we actually have real weather changes on the way as we get into the first part of next week. Looking at the overall pattern, it really has not changed much at all. We still have this zonal pattern, jet stream moving from west to east. You can see the cloud cover here moving from west to east. But notice, if you look very carefully, there is a little dip here up across parts of the Dakotas. That's a little shortwave trough. That's what's going to nudge, if you will, that frontal boundary back into the area. But like I mentioned, it's really going to be a one-day affair, talking about for tomorrow, Friday. Wide-ranging temperatures. We really warm up. Could be some record highs on Saturday. And then we're watching this. Our next upper-level storm system begins to take shape out in the desert southwest. It slowly begins to move out, but beginning late Sunday night into Monday, and then into parts of next week, you see it right there, it will give us an opportunity of rain in the area. And again, the way it looks right now, especially the deeper we get into next week, maybe more so Tuesday and Wednesday, could even be some pretty chilly rain around the area as well. Right now, I think the coldest air is going to stay to our north, so I don't really see wintry precipitation, but it is February after all. And as we go through next week, of course, we'll really want to stay plugged into the forecast, because next week the temperatures will begin to chill back down compared to really what we've enjoyed as we've gone through essentially most of this week. But rainfall to come, you can see, could even be an opportunity. Again, this would be including next week, obviously. A pretty decent opportunity of rain, number one, across North Texas, but could be some pretty decent totals across North Texas as well, something we'll be tracking as we get closer in time. But as we go through the day today, again, it's basically quiet. Again, you can see maybe an opportunity of a stray shower northeast of Dallas-Fort Worth. Again, as the front begins to move back into the area, there's the cloud cover, maybe even a little bit of fog overnight. And then as we get into tomorrow, Friday, it's going to try to lift back to the north. And again, like I mentioned, wide-ranging temperatures, some clearing. And then truly, as we get into Saturday, we'll just shove that right out of the way. And again, temperatures are going to jump on Saturday. A lot of us are going to be at record high levels as far as our daytime highs go. Looking deeper into February, just quickly from the Climate Prediction Center, they're thinking over the next 14 days, temperatures may begin to trend back above normal. So again, a lot of us 70s to right around 80 for daytime highs. This evening still doable with temperatures in the 60s. That is not a bad looking February evening locally in the Metroplex. And then you can see we will be chillier behind the front overnight, even some 40s, some 50s showing up, a little more milder down to the south. It appears as though the frontal boundary, it's going to stall just south of Interstate 20. So again, milder, again, south of that. And then for tomorrow, again, you can see 60s, 70s, wide-ranging temperatures. We shove the boundary out of here by the time we get into Saturday. Look at that, 87 for a daytime high. That should be a record locally at DFW. Then again, you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, opportunities of precipitation. Should be a cold rain, but again, we'll track that carefully. More coming up.